Hi guys, it's Friday around noon. I just got out of class for the day, and I guess I just need to make this video because I just have such conflicting emotions about what's going on with everything right now. I mean, it's not just Boston, that's the main thing, but like there was an earthquake in Japan today, 7.0 on the Richter scale. There's, the explosion in Texas. Um, the, and those aren't the only things, those are just the things that are coming to mind immediately. And then, when Boston is coming up, like the most recent news that I have when I'm making this video is that one suspect is dead and his brother is still on the run, and they're literally chasing him through neighborhoods. Like, here I have a picture that I found from USA Today. I don't know if you can see this. Like people's houses right there. And they have these other pictures. There's one of this woman like stepping out of her house. And I mean, the police just literally like, like what else can they do? It's got I don't even really know what to think about it most of the time, and because I also just have these. Oh, here's the picture of the woman. Like, just like she has to evacuate her house because. And most of my friends that I know in Boston, they either like, well, the schools are shut down. Like you can't leave your building essentially. Like you're not supposed to be on the roads. They've shut down the airports except for like one that's only doing certain specific like international flights or something. And all the companies are shut down. Like there's no business going on. It's like a ghost town, And so you have to imagine like it. I can't even imagine how terrifying that is. Like, think of what a child would be going through right now in Boston. Like, they're used to the city noise, they're used to like this crazy environment, and suddenly it's just like all quiet. Their parents are scared, like, no one will tell them what's going on. Because I remember when we were going through 9/11, like, people would kind of tell us what was happening, but not really. Like, they would just be like, oh, something bad happened in New York, and like not really tell you what's going on, which I found scarier than if they had actually told me, because then you, like, as a kid, you just start imagining like whatever you've seen on TV or in movies or whatever, which, not to say that this is less scary, but I think it's much worse to just have that imagination running wild. I but then I remember like all these fantastic people that have like done all these heroic deeds, and then I remember like there's all the people who died in the explosion in Texas. There's the people who died at the Boston Marathon. There's the police officer who was killed in the MIT police officer. He was killed in the firefight last night, and like I can't even explain what I am feeling, because I remember that there were people at the marathon who literally saved like hundreds of people, and like they're amazing people and they're courageous and they're doing these great things. And then it's contrasted with this horrible situation that's going on in Boston, and not just in Boston. It doesn't just affect the Boston, like it doesn't just affect the people of Boston. It affects anyone who knows them. It affects the whole world, because it's not just an issue at this point of finding the one person who set off whatever. I still don't understand the mechanics of whatever bomb they set off, but it's not just an issue of that anymore. It's an issue of why did this happen in the first place, and what in the what in the hell? I cannot even talk right now because I'm that upset. Like, how do we get to this point where it is like where it's a normal type situation where we have to be prepared for these things to happen? Like, I'm glad that we're prepared, but it's also very terrifying to me that we need to be, because that means that it does happen, and it probably will happen again. And it means that we have to be as amazing and courageous as those people are being in Boston. And I know that those people exist, but I know they're not necessarily the majority. But then I also just have so much respect for those heroes that are, I don't know. I'm not explaining myself very well, and I definitely realize that, and it's kind of been ranty, but I have so many feelings and emotions and no way to explain them. And, like, I just have, like, this huge sense of pride for these amazing Americans, and not just Americans, by the way, like, also foreigners who were at the marathon, and but then also, like, the police force, and then the residents who live in that area, like, because they're obviously helping, you know, the police in any way they can, and but then also this horrible thing that is happening, and it's just putting the two together, and they don't make sense, and I'm very confused. Anyway, I am just getting on with my life as best I can without just being completely consumed by this whole issue, because obviously I only get news as fast as everyone else does, and so I will just keep doing what I can and being as good a person as I can, because that's all I can do at this point. So I will talk to you guys hopefully very soon, and I hope you watch this video before we talk, because otherwise I will just rant again. Alright, so I love you, and I'm glad you both are safe in Colorado, and that you're with all of my other beautiful people that I love so much, and that you're all safe and sound, and I hope that you guys have found people to talk to about all this, because it's I don't know what to call it. It's a crazy situation. But yes, I love you, and I hope to hear from you soon. Bye!